It's the top of the line, most performant AI solution in the market today.
To last for a long time. They should withstand any kind of disasters you could imagine.
That's really impressive. So with a simple prompt, he's created this?
Yep.
Everyone talks about AI software, but how is it physically built? I'm here at the AI Expo in DC. Let's look at the hardware, the data centers, and the code powering the future.
Hey everybody, so my name is Ankit. I'm here with Gregory. He works at an amazing company working with Meta. He's working on data centers. Tell me more about what you guys do there.
A company called Amrize. It's a company that delivers building materials, roofing, and what we call building shell. And we work with all construction sectors, especially with Meta. We build data center is an example why we're here, and we partner with Meta.
And how do you really achieve that goal of making good foundation for whatever these data centers require?
So cement, concrete, and other building materials, they are advanced chemical products that require very large manufacturing plants. Amrize has more than 1,000 locations in Canada and the United States, making very sophisticated building materials at large manufacturing sites. We have a large network of terminals because materials need to be shipped. They're shipped by rail, by barge, by truck. And even when they're produced locally, which is what we're always trying to do, and that's why we collaborate with Meta to optimize our mix design and their construction requirement. Still, even locally, we have to optimize everything.
Like Meta and some of these other firms require with their specific infrastructure, what are their needs? Why do they need a specific company like you guys to be able to produce that foundation? What do you guys serve?
Yeah. So they need high quality because this building needs to be very secure. They need to last for a long time. They should withstand any kind of disasters you could imagine. And,
like earthquakes and stuff like that?
Earthquakes, fires, hurricanes. Wow. So they really have to withstand all these natural disasters. Speed in construction of data centers is very important. Also, we need to have them sustainable for low carbon. And so overall, we optimize products to meet the owner, which in this case Meta, needs, and we do it together.
For people who want to pursue this path in like construction, what would be your advice to them to get into this path? Because I know that servers and infrastructure is so critical. It's going to be constantly in demand and it's growing. So how can students get involved with that?
Well, first of all, I worked in the company for 35 years and I loved it. And one of the things, you have to have an open mind to the industry, just to start. Sometimes people think that industry is kind of backwards and they don't want to work at the manufacturing side. After that, it's very important in what discipline you would like to really focus. So we have specialists of every kind. We have geologists, we have engineers, we have financial experts, analysts, AI experts, expert system, IT. Basically, there is no discipline which we do not employ.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed the interview, Gregory.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with John. He is working for AMD, showcasing about the server technology they have, these amazing chipsets. Could you tell me more about these chipsets you guys are producing?
Yeah, so this is our Helios rack scale solution that includes 72 of our latest MI455X GPUs and EPYC CPUs. It powers data centers that you find in like Meta or OpenAI and things like that. Usually about 120 to 150 kilowatts per rack for this. And it is our rack scale solution. So it is the top of the line, most performant AI solution in the market today.
Say Northern Virginia is very much a hotspot these days for servers. How much do you see this technology growing to those ecosystems?
Oh, well, AI technology and server technology continues to grow in the area, and you'll see thousands of AMD racks deployed, both in our current series and next generation series, all over the Reston area and all over the hot data center areas, whether they be for the hyperscalers like Microsoft or Amazon or local enterprises as well. We own the complete stack of a solution like this, and it's all built on what we call the OCP, Open Rack Wide specification, which are developed with companies like Meta and AMD, so that everyone can develop any solution they want that'll fit within the specification. And you could have an ARM-based server, you could have an NVIDIA-based server, but it's all open and doesn't have any vendor lock-in, which is what we try to avoid when engaging in specification crafting and things like that.
What do you think is better, just in general? ARM or x86 series chips has really taken off with efficiency. How would you say, do you think x86 still stands to be predominant technology?
I think the market is big enough for both. x86 has a long storied history, and the backwards compatibility it offers to the software base that's out there is really something that is insurmountable for a newcomer like ARM, relative newcomer like ARM. But that said, ARM has power efficiency that's unmatched. And so in solutions like, the Apple MacBook and the iPhones and things like that, where you're custom developing a software in an ecosystem and you don't care about backwards compatibility, you're going to want those ARM CPUs and things like that. So,
for students watching that they want to go into AMD, they want to really get themselves into this kind of technology, work in this field. What would be your advice to them to how to pursue this sort of stuff?
My number one advice for newcomers to the field these days is to get involved directly with AI. Download the ChatGPT apps, the Copilot apps. The Cursor.ai is another wonderful app to download for coding and things like that. Use those apps to level up your game and get as professional as you can while you're learning, and that'll best position you for the future here. Right now, I like to say, the AI is as bad as it's going to get. It's only getting better from here, and in 2 to 3 years, I think you're going to be amazed by what you can do with AI and just verbally describing what you're trying to achieve.
I don't know, would GitHub Copilot help with that or improving that site?
Absolutely, yeah. So for that scenario where you want to build a website for something, I would start with VS Code. It's a lighter weight IDE, so FOIA is the Freedom of Information Act, and federal agencies are required to respond to any requests for information, and it's a very manual process. This proof of concept uses AI orchestration to do that process. Find those documents for you and get them to you. Except it's not totally automated. A human has to be there to approve.
So this was it.
This is it. Yeah. So it built out all the UI here.
That's really impressive. So with a simple prompt, he's created this.
Yep. So I recommend just open up VS Code, hook it up to your GitHub Copilot account, and just type
would
in
it be able to modify what I have in there already and just
absolutely
update it?
Yep.
So if I want to add an article, I'll be like,
absolutely, yeah.
And OpenAI is specific here because they want to talk about what they're doing for the government and the people. They have a focus on democratizing AI for all, so you can see the good and the bad. So I was just talking with Chris. He talked about how they're using their chips to power startups, things like that, and kind of informing them. I'm really excited to give you guys some insights I've learned from AWS. They really were giving me some career advice about the importance of certifications, and that it's important to broaden your skill set. That includes Microsoft, cloud, all those different industries. Really friendly. I really enjoyed my conversation with them, and thank you guys so much. All right, so this is kind of a